Come on, people. It's Wednesday. Hey, everybody, welcome to Attack of the Show, TV's only source for all the stuff you care about.
Really?
We really are.
Awesome.
I think we've said it a couple times, by the way. I'm Kevin Pereira. Olivia is out. Thank you. Olivia is out today, so guest hosting a very familiar face from X-Play.
If people watch X-Play, which we
Everybody
hope that they
watches
do.
X-Play. Flagship show on the network. It's Morgan Webb. Come on.
Thank you.
You guys in your reviews, I'll tell you.
We review the hell out of
They
things.
created the 1 out of 5 scale.
No one had thought of that before.
Well done.
Well, I am Morgan Webb. It's Wednesday, September 5th, and we're coming to you live from the G4 studios in Los Angeles.
In breaking news, Apple made some huge announcements today, and we'll have complete coverage of the new touch-sensitive iPod, changes to the iTunes Music Store, and the iPhone price drop. Then, it looks like Rock Band is getting a little mellowed out, man. I'll tell you which legendary band is joining the game's lineup in the feed.
Plus, we are guiding you on a video tour of coolhunting.com, which is a site dedicated to showing us what's tragically hip, like Kevin Pereira. Then, can you really play Lair on your PSP? Do you want to, sort of?
Right.
You'll find out why in today's game break.
Can you really play Lair at all and care?
Right,
Like,
exactly.
all right.
We'll answer those questions. But first, let's reset our tolerance for LOL cats.
It's time for the
Love
day's top 5 web items. Let's lull her together.
Okay.
Around the net. All right, let's start off today with a video of guys that, well, they clearly did not read the instructions on the super glue packaging.
Yeah, I don't really think you need instructions to not do what these guys
glue.
did, because you and I are normal
Super.
human beings, and we know not to put ourselves in these situations where
Yeah.
skin can get ripped off of
Well,
our
that's,
face.
now if betting and money is involved, it can happen. But most of the time, yes,
Most of the time,
you
yes.
protect the moneymaker.
Yes.
Yeah, well, here are some gentlemen who are very much unlike us, right?
Yeah.
Again, don't try this at home, Moms.
Seriously.
Hey, what the is this?
It's like you not holding it.
Oh my god, are you serious? Ah, it's hot. You're
I know, it
stupid.
burns.
It's like really hot.
It burns.
It burns.
Either stop. What's either stop?
Hey, go. Ah! No, give my age. Go. No! Ah! That's hot in your face.
You want it off?
I'm gonna cry because like it burnt.
It's 100%.
Oh, trouble shuffle. Go for it. Come on.
I hope that somebody explains the concept of solvent to them at some point.
They're not going to understand that at all. They didn't understand the concept of super glue.
You'd think after gluing one hand to the face, maybe they wouldn't go and glue the other hand to the face, but you know, maybe it's just me.
You ignored the one guy who glued his teeth together.
Yeah.
Okay? Thank you. Just saying.
Okay, let's move on.
The YouTube generation. Thanks, Time Magazine. In at number 4 today is a new video from Super Smash Bros. Brawl coming out this December on the WII.
Woo! Love
That's
it.
the Wii.
Yes. This series was a surprise hit on the N64 and has since grabbed itself a rabid fan base. As if there's really any other kind of fan base with Nintendo.
Exactly. It's impossible to be just a moderate Nintendo fan. You either love it or you're not at the cool kids table.
Nintendo,
Yeah.
No, I
not
love
bad.
I love Nintendo.
Split. This video game came out over the holiday. It shows a new character, Pit, apparently from Kid Icarus. And this
The
is what
video
happens.
came out over the holiday.
Yes, the video, yes.
Yes.
And this is when he descends into the game world.
It'd be beautiful.
With the MIDI music. Like, way to make the epic descent from the heavens.
That was
turn
not
into-
an epic descent from the heavens.
It sounded like Mickey Mania MIDI music. Yeah.
I love that game.
Listen, all right, I understand I'm jaded. I get it. I'm not hip. I'm not hardcore. I love Nintendo. I love my Wii. I just don't get the Smash Brothers thing. So if you can explain that, because I know you love the game.
You like Mario Kart?
I do like Mario Kart.
Wait, do we have some Smash Brothers fans in the house? I gotta ask. We have fun.
Thank you. Right?
Me and that guy who yelled, I don't even know who that was. It's a fun game. It's shallow. Everybody played it at a certain time in their life. They look back. They want their childhood back. They want to play Super Smash Bros.
It's gonna be fun. Is it just Nintendo nostalgia, or is this people who own the N64 and want to convince themselves that those games were fun because they weren't playing the PC games like the cool kids? That's a double point.
Is that you?
That's me. And like 5 of my friends.
Huh.
Thank you.
It's a fun game. It's going to be a good time. Okay, coming in at number 3 today is a solution to one of life's most troubling problems.
Yes, since the headphones were invented in 1763, man has struggled with the insurmountable problem of tangled wires. It's an epidemic. Now, finally, someone has figured out a clean and easy way to take care of those things. It's fantastic.
Yeah, and using items you probably already have lying around at home.
Not bad, right?
That seemed easy.
It doesn't actually work.
No, actually, it was.
Fun fact.
It was fake.
It'll really upset your neighbors if you try to prove it. Yeah. I'm not speaking from experience. I'm just saying.
It's still a little disturbing. That's true. Okay, well, in at number 2 today is a new entry from the Onion News Network, which takes the American art of speculative news by the modern media to new heights. Sort of like Fox News.
Oh, come on. They're true, right? If it bleeds, it leads. And if it's not bleeding, you just got to stab it a little.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you're just joining us, we now continue our coverage of the search for Megan Richter, the 19-year-old Indiana University sophomore who went missing 2 days ago. Joining us live now are Megan's parents, Marge and Leo Richter. Megan certainly has the smile of an angel, a smile that may not be shining right now. Alan, have the police found any evidence of forced entry?
Strangely, no, ENunn. No broken windows a man might have climbed through, no blood on the sheets or hair caught on the bed frame. The authorities here have not confirmed that Megan was not taken to a remote strip of woods, a dank basement where she was brutally, viciously, and repeatedly raped.
So wrong.
The Amber Alert is never enough for news agencies. They have to amp it up. The full Onion clip even has a poll regarding what is happening to her right now.
That's definitely not the full thing. People should watch it if they find the topic interesting.
Yeah, of course they do. In at number 1 today, the event that shut down all productivity for almost 90 minutes flat this morning. F5 keys across the country completely worn out. It was the Apple press conference.
Did anyone do anything else this morning? And whenever Steve Jobs gets up on stage to show off a new toy, the office goes a little berserk.
Yeah.
It's actually a little scary. Today's no different.
Well, today there was some anger going around the cubes, and we'll get to that. We're going to have plenty of information coming up in the feed. We also have an all-Apple loop coming up. Let's talk about some of the highlights really quickly, because you can't ignore the iPod Touch, which is the iPhone minus the phone.
I think people have been really kind of expecting this for a while, and it's a little surprising we hadn't seen it earlier.
It's just a lowercase I.
They were looking to get the iPhone out first, but I think it's going to fly off the shelf like hot cakes.
Yeah, listen, a lot of people bought the iPhone and didn't even bother activating it. Some of them unlocked it just so they could have the Wi-Fi browser and
which is great.
The iPod
I love it.
functionality. It's great. It's a little bit smaller. It's a little bit thinner. Again, it still has YouTube, Wi-Fi, Safari. It's all there. The 16 gig version, so double the iPhone space, is only $3.99, and it accesses a new feature which was announced today, a new service, if you will.
The wireless iTunes store.
Yeah.
You know what the problem is going to be? Everybody is going to drunk order music at the bar. Oh, yeah. Remember that song?
Dude, I remember that song. And then, no, gather around. Okay, everybody, this speaker's really quiet, so everybody gather around.
You get your bill and
press
you're like,
your ear to it.
Phil Collins?
Yeah. And then I paid an extra 99 cents for the ringtone.
Oh, see,
which we'll get to. But
we'll talk about that later.
Now, with the wireless accessible iTunes store, it is still better, and I think already, without touching it, superior to other offerings like a Sprint music store, where you're not paying $2 a song, and then you're getting 99 cents. You go home, you sync your iPhone or your iTouch, if you will, with your computer, which is what they should have called it, and you get the song that you purchased in your home library as well. So that's nice.
And I think people are going to really like that. People are already really wedded to the iTunes format. Everybody has iPods, so it's
the full library. It's not just like a Nerf selection. But let's talk about the damn ringtones.
Okay, don't break the computer did nothing.
Steve,
It's not the computer's fault. It's
you and your
Steve's fault.
turtleneck.
Okay, so you purchase a song, and then you have to pay an extra 99 cents to turn it into a ringtone.
You already paid for the song. You should have the rights to use the song and listen to it and abuse it however you want. Then they want another 99 cents for you to clip a 30-second sample out to have as your ringtone? Ridiculous.
You know what they would like to do is every time you like listen to a song, you have to pay $1. You know what
little
they're going
micropayment. It's a cent each ring. Don't worry about it. It's fine. It's ridiculous. Now, they did drop the price of the iPhone.
Yeah.
$200 got shaved off, so a lot of early adopters are really upset.
They paid $200 to have it on that first day.
Yeah. The poor gig that Dan, our audio guy, bought is now discontinued. So, yeah, sorry. But early adopters, you have a reason to be upset.
That's what you get. Jobs did show off the G4 podcast, Freestyle 101.
Yeah, so
Thanks for the love, Steve. That was nice.
Well done. It is a good podcast. Later on in the show, we're going to talk about all the Apple news with you guys at home, live via stick cam. So log on to g4tv.com/VVM and express yourself.
Now, to get your daily viral fix, go to g4tv.com/AroundTheNet and sign up for the Around the Net podcast. It tastes like burning.
Right now, it's time for the only news you need to know. Here's Layla Cayley and the feed headlines.
Thanks, guys. Here's what's coming up in the feed. First, we'll have all the details about Apple's latest announcements. You don't want to miss it. Plus, after ditching iTunes, NBC Universal has really found a home for its shows. And we've got all the latest tracks that will be playable in Rock Band. It's all coming your way in just a few minutes. But first, back to you guys.
All right, thanks, Layla. Now let's hear from you in the army of monitor heads. It's our video viewer mail.
Here's Zach from Texas.
Warlock just came out for the PS3. I was wondering, can it finally save it?
I think a whole lot of games are going to finally save the PS3.
But is this the first of many?
I don't think so.
Because a lot of people were saying Lair was going to be that game, which is now getting
we're going to talk about Lair a little bit later. We're going to save that one. I think it's a great game. People are really having a good time with it. But is it going to make somebody go out and spend hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars? Not quite yet. We need a huge game library.
All right, there you have it.
I have one, so whatever.
All right, as we just mentioned, Steve Jobs had...
It's the Suna!
Well done!
See, the most gigantic gaming expo on the planet. Witness monstrous new games, gadgets, and pop culture. Feel the unstoppable power of Japanese gaming, all in 2 huge 1-hour specials. Display presents the Tokyo Game Show, September 25th and 26th.
Only on G4.
That was very kicky of you.
Thank you. Welcome back to TV's only source for all the stuff you care about. You can trust us. We're role models.
Oh, dear. Well, we go behind the building to smoke cigarettes and drink malt liquor. Let's go over to Layla Cayley.
Thanks, guys. I'm Layla Cayley, and it's time to start the feed. Steve Jobs made some big announcements today, and here's the latest details. First, it was announced that a new version of iTunes will ship tonight and will support custom ringtones for the iPhone using a music library. As expected, new nanos were also announced. The so-called fatty model will have a 2-inch screen for video playback and comes bundled with 3 games and CoverFlow, the same interface used in the iPhone. The 4-gig model will retail for $149. The 8-gig will run $199, and they should be in stores this weekend. But that's not all. New iPods have been announced and rebranded with the name iPod Classic. It's thinner with a longer battery life and a new interface. The Classic comes in an 80-gig model for $249 or a whopping 160 gig for only $349. Steve Jobs also unveiled a brand new model, the iPod Touch. Quite simply, it has all the features of the iPhone without the phone, like Wi-Fi, Safari, and YouTube. It will come in 8 and 16 gig models and cost $299 and $399 respectively. And if you thought that was it, the best was saved for last. The iTunes Wi-Fi music store, yes. It will work with the iPod Touch and the iPhone, and you'll be able to shop for music on the go and then sync the purchases later. Most of these products will be available to purchase from Apple today, and we'll have more on all the announcements later on in the loop. But check this out, Microsoft isn't planning on taking any Apple announcements lying down. Oh no, they ain't. They're still pushing the Zune. The company has announced that starting today, the 30-gig Zune will retail for $199, a price drop of $50. Sales for the device haven't been anything close to iPod numbers, and recently a Microsoft exec admitted as much, giving it a B-. The lack of a proper video service and the device's weight were cited as problems, but Microsoft claims that the Zune will evolve in the coming years. Then why would we buy it now? All right, NBC won't be selling shows on iTunes at the end of the year, and now they've already found a new home. Starting today, you'll be able to buy NBC shows through Amazon's Unbox service, and starting September 10th, they'll offer free pilot episodes. While iTunes will still have the content through December, you won't be able to simply start downloading from Amazon and switch over. All Unbox downloads will only work on Play for Sure devices or on Windows computers, not your iPod. At the moment, pricing hasn't changed, and all shows are still $1.99, the only good thing about it. Even more songs have been announced for the game Rock Band, and many of them will make Deadheads very happy. USA Today reports that a whopping 18 Grateful Dead songs, all of them master recordings, will be available to download. In addition, other songs including the Yeah Yeah Yeahs, Maps Whole Celebrity Skin, Garbage's I Think I'm Paranoid, and the Pixies' Wave of Mutilation will be available as add-ons once the game ships this November. Can't wait for that. Well, that's it for today, but don't worry, the feed does not stop here. Get all the news you need to know anytime, anywhere on your mobile phone. More info available at g4tv.com/mobile. I'm Layla Casey, and you've just been fed. Back to you guys.
All right, thanks, Layla. Now it's time for a healthy dose of info. Everybody, welcome back to TV's only source for all the stuff you care about. We are live.
Okay, sorry. I'm sorry, I'm paying attention.
I just want to make sure they know.
Okay.
We're live, and we're turning our attention to gaming.
Yay, how sweet it is.
It's time now to serve up the juiciest game stories of the day, late breaking with a bold, crisp, refreshing aftertaste.
Oh, wonderful.
We're taking a game break. Morgan, talk to them. Give them the breaking game stuff.
I'm going to do it.
Okay.
Okay, first up, we have news regarding Lair for the PlayStation 3. Over the weekend, word quickly spread that Lair was playable on the PSP. After a few forum threads exploded and the dust settled, gamers everywhere were surprised to find that the rumors were actually true. Lair is in fact playable on Sony's handheld through the remote play feature on the PS3. Whether or not this feature was an accident or purposely added to the game, still unclear. Gamers have noted a few control issues while playing on the handheld, which, to be perfectly honest, sounds about right. You can't technically play through the game since many key actions are missing in the control scheme, but we'll have to see whether or not Sony actually tries to attempt this full-on feature with future titles. Now, for the real verdict on Lair, just go to the interweb. X-Play's review of the game is online, and you can read it right now at g4tv.com/xplay. Watch out, it's brutal. Next up, we have news regarding Guitar Hero 3. The game's developer Red Octane is offering an Elite Bundle pre-order on their website. In addition to a copy of the game and a wireless guitar controller, the bundle also includes a Guitar Hero 3 t-shirt, awesome sticker pad, sticker pack, keychain, custom faceplate, and a custom guitar strap for good measure. In other Guitar Hero news, during a recent interview with UK gaming website ProG, the president of Red Octane confirmed that the Wii version of the game will initially ship without an online multiplayer component. Wii owners should note that a multiplayer feature is currently in the works, and Red Octane is working with Nintendo to make it happen. Now, at launch, those who pick up the game on any other console will be able to rock online straight out of the box. And finally, we have news regarding a free radical sci-fi shooter, Haze. Originally planned for release as a multi-platform title, publisher Ubisoft recently confirmed that only the PS3 version of the game is in development. Information related to both the PC and Xbox 360 versions of the game have been removed from the official website, as well as developer Free Radical site. Now, whether or not the game is just a PS3 timed exclusive remains to be seen, according to GameSpot.com. Ubisoft is leaving their door open to the possibility of new partnerships in the future, so maybe you'll have to wait a year to play it on the Xbox. Now, Haze is currently scheduled for release later this year on November 19th.
You'll have a game called Halo to tide you over, I think.
I think people will be able to just find it in their hearts.
They'll be all right. I'm psyched for Haze. Don't get me wrong. I actually really want to play it, but we'll be all right.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the game of the year, really. The old Lair. You said the review was brutal. What'd you give it?
2.
2, really?
Give it a 2.
I actually heard office discussions in the hallway of people arguing whether or not they should give it a 1.
I think the reason it didn't get a 1 because 1s are really reserved for games that are really, really broken.
Right.
The gameplay is you can get through the end of the game. You're going to be...
I love it. We'll give it an extra point because you can actually play it without it stopping.
You're going to be miserable.
Well, why? What do you think of the game? I know you've spent some time with it. I mean, what is so fundamentally broken? It's so pretty.
Remember when they showed us the pictures of the dragons falling?
Yes.
And they said this in-game engine, and then they broke our hearts with this crap.
Right.
I mean, for the love, okay.
It's still good looking. You give it that, but how does it control it? Is it as bad as everybody says?
It has its moments where it looks beautiful, and then it has its moments where you're like, ugh. Oh. No, it controls very poorly. You're constantly shaking the controller violently. It's not like, oh, shake, shake, shake.
Right.
You're shaking
the controller. It's like the baby won't stop crying.
Up and down for minutes while you're trying to fight. This is not playing a video game.
Yeah.
This is video game. This is not video game.
All right.
And then the motions to turn around and to speed up are so similar that you constantly mess them up, and it's...
Now, there was one of the developers said, hey, it was controls designed for casual gamers, and that's why the hardcore are having problems. Is that a load of... Okay, just checking. Don't forget, G4...
What does that even mean?
Precisely. G4 is the first network of the website optimized for the Wii's internet browser, so now you have immediate access to G4's best and exclusive content, including streaming videos, photos, news, game reviews, like their awesome 2 out of 5 review of Blair, and more. Fire up your Wii browser and log on to g4tv.com/Wii.
I'm so mad. From next gen to 8-bit, it's Wednesday, and that means...